Yeah, good morning, everybody. So yesterday, I didn't came back with another live session of study because um, yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I was playing the guitar a little bit. Um, oh yeah, I was refreshing some Java topic. Uh, the way the Java approach uh, some concepts in functional programming. But let's continue with Binary Explorer. My website um, code. Yesterday, when you are solving a problem, perhaps it's the case that you leave the problem, uh, but when you are away doing some other things, you continue to think of the problem that you are solving. And at some point after the live session, I said to myself, what, how this will look like if we instead use buttons, the button type, like the button elements, or like in here inside the deep elements. But I didn't came back to try. And this thing was said about Sir Isaac Newton, and in the sense, I'm not comparing myself to Sir Isaac Newton by no means, but what I want you to tell you that perhaps uh, well, it's been said from that guy that he was able to think for a problem for an extended period of time and to continue to have to be thinking about the problem for a extended period of time. And maybe that's something that we can all uh, cultivate and exercise. And I think it's born from the fact that you care about something so you don't stop thinking on the problem that you are solving in the same way that you can't stop thinking of a person that you care about, maybe, as long as it is healthy, you know. Uh, and some people will say this will be some sort of obsession, mm, but I don't think that's the case. It depends on the elements that involves the thinking, you know. So let's go back. Go after the philosophical detour, you know, and me in this aura of being like, hey, I'm teaching something, I'm sharing something. You know, we are software developers, or at least we are interested in this coding and programming. Okay, so let's try adding these buttons to see how they will look. It will take a little bit because it's kind of some labor here. And this is the place in which you want to really use Git. You're going to try something new, a new experiment, a new uh, idea, and you don't want to use Control C to go back to in the stack of actions that you are implementing, that you are performing. You just go switch branches and delete the branch. So use git, button here and copy pasting, and relying on the just we can try one, and see if it is different. We don't have to go all the way in. So we are going to paste, copy and paste. Now the div is by itself, and we have another glass. I am listening to music, and over here in this section there is a part that it sounds like Crusaders of Might and Magic from 3DO. Let us see. Okay, Crusaders of Might and Magic, right? 3DO. Yeah, from this game when you reach another level, you find this that part. So think of the if you played this game of the when you reach another level. That's the sound. This I eventually found this model being used in some sort of augmented reality experiment in some YouTube video years ago, but I never find the video again. And I was wondering how they managed to get this thing almost identical to this model. Okay, go back to coding and Binary Explorer. I'm sorry for these interruptions. Well, I'm not sorry. This is a way I get to, you know, try to contribute something or share something. Add draw button, wave button. Yeah, let's see how it looks like. I already opened the page. We have another page already. Oh, this it's one page, but Microsoft Edge thinks it's two pages. There is no difference. Let's use color favorite. I was thinking we will get some sort of free hover effect, but no, it looks the same. It looks the same. So now we are going back to the deep. When you have a button. Oh, we have the experiment here. We are not having this hover effect like for free without you doing anything. Built-in effect. Okay, now. So yeah, I think we are ready to start with the JavaScript section and then add some effects on hover. Um, you know, can do this a little bit more fancier. Okay, okay. And just procrastinating. Maybe this is the part when byte coding enters, right? In which I just request code and the code is delivered. Okay, let's get started by I'm thinking about what will happen when you click these buttons. So let's suppose user arrive and and he start clicking crazy like without aimless, just clicking, and uh, okay, let's suppose it clicks 16. These things should be label. The text in here should be now a plus sign, and the button should change color so it is in an on state. And this is a lot of what I can start foreseeing the amount of state that you want to keep track of. Uh, the state of the button, and perhaps there should be classes for these buttons. I'm not well acquainted with web components. Perhaps these should be web components with the related state. And perhaps in these videos you will, it can be served as an example and say, this is why we invented React. And this is why we designed Svelte or what's the other one? Angular. So we can keep track of what this guy is doing manually. This is why we invented, we come up with these tools. So it can be easier. And let's see how it goes with vanilla JavaScript. But again, I am starting to think that this should be a class, and this should be instances from that class, and then you can associate a state to each one of these buttons because it will be a lot. I don't know how we're going to do that. That's a good exercise thing. So it's quite easy, like the complexity relies on keeping the state of the application and its components. You can click the button and this should be a plus sign. The color should be changed, which is another property, another field for the class. The background color, the text inside, and that's it. And uh, the moment the user clicks this button and the appearance changes, the associate digit should be changed to, in this case, will be this one. The leftmost digit should be changed to 1. That's another function to think. How to change this text in relation to the clicks over here. That's another another stage for the application, and um, and change the value over here. For example, if the user clicks 16, the weight 16, it will change to 1 here, 0, 0, 0, 0. And since there is no leading zeros, this will remain as the same as here, 10,000 in decimal. And this will remain too, and the user will say, okay, where is 16? I'm not, this should be 16. Maybe we can provide the decimal in here instead of the row number. But the whole point of this exercise is to build uh, the binary numbers in a gradual, incremental way. So the user sees how these things are getting switching on and off, the pattern that it follows. But then we should add 16 rows, 15 rows, no 31 rows. And instead, the approach that we said at the beginning is that the user can play over here. So we're going to give the user the result in here instead. And then we will need to keep to count how many rows are existing in the case that because if we constrain the user to only be able to switch these buttons to construct the number two, to represent the number two, then this should be disabled. And there will be no interaction. The user is constrained to just click here. There will be no exploration for the user. Okay. Well, so yeah, we are going to give the user the result in here. And if the user wants to add another row, one, he wants to add another row, well, he can do it. And we should be able to provide, maybe there is another row in here. No, it's only that. But maybe we can add the results somewhere in here, like below the binary explorer. So the user knows that it is on the row 2. The intention is for the user to build the number 2, and then if the user wants to explore, he's free to do it. He's free to do it. Sorry, and here there will be another number. Yes, that's it. Decimal representation. of your number. And why do we have all of these, all these, such a big margin? Now, I think this is where these frameworks came very handy because I saw videos years ago when you can change text on some element, given the events in some other area of the web page. So if you're saying this and you're trying to learn React or you're trying to learn Angular or any other Vue, I don't remember. Think you can and you don't know what to implement to learn those. It is a good one because now you are saying, okay, I'm clicking this, and this should be changed in reaction to any of this. So it will be a lot of things to do in vanilla JavaScript, and probably we will get rid of this label at the end. Okay. After 22 minutes. After 22 minutes, so we can let it go. I'm thinking because I already have this sort of solved in the tic-tac-toe. Mm, So I'm thinking if we should design a class for the board, like the tic-tac-toe. So this is the board, and inside the buttons. Okay. So in here you can you can hear. You should ask your AI assistant tools these days. What I am relying I am relying on this previous exercises. Where is tic-tac-toe? Here it is. We are going to take a look at the document. Here it is. And we are going to take a look at the code. And this guy should add dark theme. Maybe they do have dark theme for the if you are if you are logged in. But I am not logged in. Here we have the index. There's quite a lot of JavaScript. And in here we have to draw the word. December 2023. Oh, this was quite interesting thing to solve. These are the uh, where the word where the lines start. Oh my God! Look at this. This will take us quite a while. I'm looking how I add all the events. Here's the key UI. And here we have now the, I don't know why I closed the page. So in here, we have this thing. We have the playground, playground, and the button, play button, and the message. So the button, the message. Look at this, the message, and the board, playground. No, this thing. This thing is always right. Okay, we have IDs. Yes. We can find the ID for this because we remove it. So we are the user can click anywhere. The user can click anywhere, and we get the target ID, which or still is not. It will be quite easy to relate uh, unless all the information is in the ID. Uh, where is our thing? Where is our thing? Unless we are going to do that, of course, but we will add all the information required in the ID. So this will be row number two. Its ID will be row number two, RR2, sorry, W16. Uh, that's enough. So we can, and this will be R2 B uh, leading zeros. So if the target ID is, we will extract the information and we will look for the related information and we'll update the thing. So I suppose we are not doing it with the object-oriented approach. At least we tried that we did have in here for the tic-tac-toe. You know, we are using classes, we are using private fields, we are using getters and setters. We are encapsulating things, but in here we only the script. Unless we manage to come up with the concept of some sort of word. So let's get started. There should be the concept of a word. And that thing, the play bind and the call bind, it is quite a thing to understand. I need to refresh on that. You need to be on a daily basis refreshing or yeah, doing things because if you leave these things, you can then I forgot a little bit about, but you regain this very easily. And yeah, so let's try it. Let's add the information in the ID. So let's add some. So let's start with a simple script, you know, and for that, uh, we're going to see the index, and in here is everything explained, very detailed explanation. You can download this for free. There are gazillions of waste or of articles. I think tic tac toe. This is yet another one. It starts from zero. This is not a promotion, but we are here. You see, we start with blank page with this header, and then you draw the word. You learn how to draw a rectangle, SVG rectangle. It's quite detailed. And now you can open this with Adobe Reader, and you can ask questions with the AI and say what this guy is actually saying. And here this December 17, 2023, almost 2 years ago. And so let's take a look at the index. And I always have this. This is a thing that my brain doesn't want to memorize. If a script is below the body, inside the body, or outside the body, which is a nice question. But somehow I always have to look where is it placed. Because if you place it inside the head up here, they say that it can block a little bit the website of being loaded in a fast way. So it's a maybe I now will be able to memorize it inside the body. And yeah, script, and this Visual Studio Code should help me write the thing. Maybe there is a shortcut. JavaScript now. Script source, maybe this. Well, let's do something so we can write. Oh my God. So we can write type text. Okay, JavaScript. JavaScript. It's uppercase, lowercase, lowercase, lowercase. Very slow. I don't remember how these things were called 15 years ago. I started to name them up because of the React stuff and all of that some years ago, but I don't remember how this. Uh, what was the convention or the what was customary? Okay, new folder, yes, new app. Okay, and now we can start our experiments and build up. Okay, so oh my God, we will have another we will have another class. So the clicking buttons are wait button. Okay, we will add and we will add an event for this. But now, how do you add an event for a collection of? because get elements by class. If you do this document, get element by class name, this will return a collection. Yeah, the Visual Studio Code is helping us. But I remembered about this. This is a collection because it's eight elements. Okay, but how do you add an event in the board for tic-tac-toe? We add the event for the playground for the SVG parent element, and the user was able to click, and it got we retrieved the ID of the clicked element. So these guys have built some kind of very helpful infrastructure with how the dump is constructed. And why button? You know, when you see someone on the internet going at the speed of light, then hey, let's do this. It has a lot of applications on their belt. If you want to be seen like that, just spend the entire day with one single thing, and you will be able to be a master. Looking element. Okay, we have it. Let me come up with the same idea of adding the event to the parent div. But it will be the same. There will be no. We will be doing the same. We know that pattern. Now I want to explore if we are able to. We are going to do some web search to see how some new approach. If we keep doing the same, we will not learn anything. Okay, anything new, but we will become masters. And then saying that the masters don't learn anything new. You're very. You can always learn even if you're a master. Yeah, boy. So since I was talking too much, doing nothing with the code, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Uh, I'm going to. I was able to spend 1 hour of your time without doing anything. So I'm going to buy tortilla. It's time for meal here. Um, I will come back with another live session. I'm not sorry. This is live, raw, unedited, as things are going in my mind. Uh, but this is not an excuse. I should respect your time. But there you go. Bye for now.